Hello everyone, and welcome to Mind Matters. Do you believe you think deeply and feel things more strongly than most people? Some people are very sensitive, so if you said yes, you're probably in that small group. What does that mean then? Well, if you are a highly sensitive person, HSP, you naturally process and understand things on a much deeper level than most people. You are probably smart, intuitive, self-aware, and able to see things clearly. HSPs are also very artistic and passionate, and they are emotionally intelligent. As you might expect, though, feeling and thinking more deeply has some bad effects. Without further ado, here are 13 problems that most likely only highly sensitive people will be able to connect to. 1. You need sleep to do anything. Isn't it great to wake up after a good night's sleep? And doesn't it work the other way around when you don't? Highly sensitive people don't do well when they don't get enough sleep, just like most of us. They may feel the symptoms of being irritable, sleepy, and tense more than other people. This is because HSPs need more sleep than most people to be able to do their jobs. 2. Noises that are too loud bother you. Do you think it would be awful to go to a party or a busy bar to watch the big game? You might be an HSP if you said yes. HSPs quickly get stressed out when there are a lot of people or a lot of noise. A lot of people think of concerts, clubs, and gatherings as fun, but for HSPs, those things might just sound like a quick way to shut down. If you're not an HSP but know someone who is, they're not being negative or dull. They are trying to protect themselves. 3. You often feel emotionally worn out. Has anyone ever told you they like how understanding you are? Do you have mixed thoughts about it because it makes you tired? As a highly sensitive person, you likely feel things more deeply and strongly than other people. This can make you feel like you're on an emotional roller coaster if you take on and reflect on other people's emotions a lot, especially if you're out all day. 4. Your social interactions are closely watched. Did your friends ever tell you they couldn't believe how right you were about something? That's because you pay attention to many things. People often miss these signs, especially when they're with other people. You're very good at reading people's tones and picking up on their body language. That being said, you also tend to think too much about things, which can cause you to make a big deal out of small issues. 5. Violence makes you very upset. What do you think about movies that are bloody? Would you like to hear about a horrible crime? Right now, if all you can think or feel is, nope. Nope, this could mean you're an HSP. When HSPs see or hear violence or abuse, even if they know it's fake, like in a movie, it makes them feel very badly. That's why things that are too violent can be so scary for them to see or hear. 6. It's hard for you to move on. Does a split from 3 months ago hurt like it was just yesterday? Are you still angry and hurt from being lied to 5 years ago? It's not weird, and you're fine. It is just very sensitive. One of the worst things about being so emotional is that it can be hard to let go. It doesn't matter if the pain is from an insult or a breakup, it tends to stay with you. In the back of your mind, you know it's not that important, but you make it seem important anyway. 7. It makes you feel bad to change. When you eat somewhere new or do something you haven't done before, do you get nervous? You spend so much time getting used to your normal routine. Does it feel weird to change things up all of a sudden? It can be hard for HSPs to get used to new places because they have to take everything in before they can start to feel at ease. 8. You don't handle criticism and disagreement well. When you turn in something, what do you do when they say, yeah, but I wanted it different? How are you? Some of the kindest and nicest people you will ever meet are HSPs. Because they're emotional and kind, you have to be more careful when working with them. No matter how much you mean to be nice, criticizing them, yelling at them, or getting angry with them in any way can really hurt them. 9. You're not good when things get tough. Have you heard, yes, I work well under pressure, or the phrase, pressure makes me do better? Yes, those people are not HSPs. For someone who is very sensitive, deadlines and other forms of time pressure can be very upsetting. They don't like being rushed or having to do a lot of things at once. It makes them happier to take their time with projects and give their full attention to whatever they're working on. 10. It's easy for people to cross your boundaries. We know that you feel bad for your friend if they are upset or really need help. You care about other people, you're not a jerk. How bad do you really feel? Can you still say no if it goes too far, or is your kindness so strong that it gets in the way? Because HSPs are more emotionally aware than most people, they can relate to someone's situation more quickly and deeply. They often say yes to things they don't want to do just to keep the people around them happy and not let them down. 11. The worst critic you have is yourself. A small mistake you made earlier this week is already on your mind. It's okay, you know that everyone makes mistakes. Some people, especially those who are very sensitive, have a hard time accepting their mistakes. It's impossible for them not to be hard on themselves, and they do this for every little mistake. HSPs are the most hard on themselves and expect the most from themselves. 12. You need time to be alone. Have you ever told someone you need some alone time and they wouldn't leave the room or stop texting you all the time? Most likely, they don't know that you need to be alone. Because they think about things so deeply, HSPs can't be around other people for long amounts of time. Some days are just too much for them to handle. They require more time to rest and heal from the mental and emotional work they do. 13. People often get you wrong. You probably feel like people don't understand you if you're very sensitive. Some people find it hard to connect to and understand your point of view because they are very sensitive. Only 1 in 5 people have this trait. It's also possible that a lot of people don't know that this is a trait and not a choice like what's for dinner. Even with the problems we've talked about, being very sensitive is a great trait to have. These problems are just the darkness leading to the light, which is your intelligence, creativity, and willingness to see things from different points of view. All of those strong feelings also mean that you are very compassionate, understanding, and kind. The world is a better place just because you're here. Are any of these problems true for you or someone you know? What do you know about HSPs? Leave a comment below, like, and share to help spread the word. Thanks for watching as always. The next video will be coming soon.